Tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back. In this cold world, where your light is at, let's burn it down, fire back. You can tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on.
As Mark D'Antonio says, every week we found a way to win, and that's the bottom line. Find a way to win. Cook the pumping, has a man open! Touchdown, Michigan State, Macgarrett Kings.
Let's take it to the ground. Don't too many make it coming through.
Wow, get one-on-one coverage on the outside. Again, the ball's in his body. He's able to pull it in. One arm, little Odell Beckham-esque there. That's definitely going to be one of our sports centers.
But can't really be upset. Long way to the top, I could barely see the steps. Yeah, they sleeping on me still, but I barely need the rest. See me standing here, head high, face up. I don't need no x-ray, show you what I made up. Tell them I pay my dues and you can check the pay stubs. Never had a chance, so I had to go and make one. Say something. You could tell them that I've been through hell and back, but I'm home. Can't really complain when that's the life that I chose. Sacrificed it all and everything that I own. Say what doesn't kill me can only make me strong. You could tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back. In this cold world, where your light is at, let's burn it down. Fire back. Tell them that I've been from hell and back.
Bigger things on the way.
I fire back in this cold world where your light is at. Let's burn it down. Fire back. Yeah, can you feel the heat? The block is hot as ever in these city streets. You only get one shot. Keep your arms steady. They tried to make me wait, but I'm more than ready to go and get mine. Grind like a inline skater, check your wristwatch, you'll see that this time is my time, and I don't need no invite to the party. Got roll over minutes and it feels like my calling.
Love and happiness, yeah, something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love. Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, talking about how she can make it right, yeah, yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone, yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. Love and happiness. each other, walk away with victory. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Oh, yeah. Love and happiness. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Make you do right, and love will make you do wrong, and make you come home early, make you stay out all night long. Wow, love. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. Power, love. Hey, hey, hey. Power. Make you do right, and love will make you do wrong. Yeah.
Macgarrett Kings is a loving person. I mean, I get a clothes off my back for someone if they needed it. I just like to see others do well that's around me, and I'm all about just good vibes. My childhood growing up, it was fun. My mom, she did whatever she could for me and my brother. If she bought for one, she bought for the other. My grandma, she was always there in my life. My dad always been there for me. So my childhood growing up was pretty fun. Was very active in sports, and that was pretty much my childhood, man. Playing football, playing basketball in the backyard with my older brother, and just having fun, man. I had a great childhood. I came about playing football around the age of 3. My father played football, my grandfather played football, my big brother played football and basketball. So growing up, you know, I just wanted to do everything my big brother did. We played football and basketball in the backyard all day, every day. Till the street light came on, my mom would have to beg us to come back in the house and tell us that it's dinner time. So I came about playing football around the age of 3, and the game is all I know, man. Coming up, the other sports that I played basketball. I played basketball for William Dandy Middle School, 6th through 8th grade. Playing basketball was fun. I even played travel basketball for Florida Roadrunners. I played for South Florida Express. I was a point guard, the floor general, as they used to call me. So growing up, I played travel basketball, and I ran track. Also ran track for Fort Lauderdale Track Club, and just pretty heavily active in sports. That's pretty much was my life, being active in sports, keeping me off the streets, keeping me out of trouble, and things of that nature. My high school experience was a little rough road. My 9th grade year, I started out at Boyd Anderson High School, played for Coach James. It was fun, but education-wise, I didn't really like it educational-wise, because I knew football wouldn't last me forever. But my sophomore year, I ended up going to American Heritage Plantation and played for Coach Walker. I enjoyed my time there as well, but I didn't really see the field that much my 10th grade year. I actually played cornerback my 10th grade year, and I barely had 2 catches my sophomore year at American Heritage School. So I told my mom, like, Mom, I want to transfer. I want to go to university school. And we thought about it, and we ran into Coach Roger Harriet. Coach Roger Harriet, man, he's like another father figure to me, and it was a blessing that I ran into Coach Harriet, because when I ran into Coach Harriet, it changed my life. He taught me morals on how to be a man. He taught me how to survive in the real world. He taught me the forces of nature, which I live by today. Playing football for Lauderhill was like one of the best experiences ever, man. I played for Lauderhill Lions my whole life. I played with a lot of guys that are now in the NFL, like Marcus Roberson, Wayne Lyons, Sean Corker, Darian Chance, a lot of the guys that were big names in Broward County throughout high school football. I played with those dudes at Lauderhill Lions, and playing for Lauderhill, man, it taught me a lot. I made a lot of friends. I still have a lot of friends that I talk to this day from Lauderhill Lions. And playing for Lauderhill really make a man out of you. We don't tolerate crying, because I was a little crybaby growing up playing football, so it kind of grew me out of that. Coach Art, he taught me a lot, and he the one who let me play running back first and gave me my opportunity with carrying that football. And ever since then, I just took off with it, and I never stopped. I like scoring touchdowns. So our most memorable experience growing up would definitely have to be the experiences me and my older brother had. I know if it wasn't for my older brother, I probably wouldn't be the football player that I am today. I probably wouldn't be the man I am today. My older brother taught me a lot with sports, girls, just the whole enchilada. My brother taught me a lot, man, and I really appreciate those moments and experiences with my older brother. A funny experience that I had growing up was actually when I was in elementary school. I had a crush on this girl, but every day we'd come to school, we'd play with each other, and I could just never muster up enough balls to tell her that I liked her. So just one day, this day finally went by. We went on a field trip. We went to, where did we go? We went to Miami Seaquarium. So we went on a field trip or whatever, and then finally my friend Trevon Griffin, he was actually like, bro, just tell her you like her. And it's funny because we were kids, man. We shouldn't have been thinking about those type of things, but hey, that's what we were thinking about. I had a crush on her, so he's like, man, just tell her you like her. Tell her you like her. So finally, man, I mustered up enough balls, and as soon as I was about to tell her that I liked her, a bird flew across my face. So I was thinking like, oh man, like I was a child, but I was like, maybe that's a sign from the Lord that I shouldn't be thinking about that at this moment. So that was actually a funny experience that I had growing up as a child. I always had a funny experience with the ladies, so that was pretty a fun experience for me growing up. I always remember that for the rest of my life. Funny experience that they used to pick on me from playing Little League football was I was a huge crybaby. The thing was with me, like every time I touched the ball, I wanted to score a touchdown. Every time if I get tackled, I'll cry. If I didn't break a long run, I would cry. So growing up, that was everybody used to pick on me. They used to call me Crybaby Macgarrett growing up. Crybaby Macgarrett. He always crying if he don't score a touchdown. If he get hit hard, he'll cry. Ever since then, man, ever since my 8th grade year, I just stopped crying and took that. And as long as you gave it all you got out there in that field, that's all that matters. People see that. My mom is the greatest person on this planet Earth. I'm very, very, very grateful to have my mom in my life. My mom would give the clothes off her back just to make sure her sons had something to eat, or to make sure her sons had a roof over our heads. When she bought for one, she bought for the other. She didn't just buy one something and didn't buy the other nothing. My mom is very loving, very kind. She gets cutthroat at times. Now, when she needs to, she can get cutthroat as well. But my mom, man, I'm just grateful to have my mom in my life. And without her, I know I wouldn't be the man that I am today. And my mom taught me a lot of lessons growing up about women, about men, about watching who you hang around, from hanging around people that's not have the same thing to lose as you, and just making me smart all around, man. I appreciate my mom for that. She makes sure that my brain is clicking on all cylinders at all times, be aware of my surroundings. And if it wasn't for my mom, man, I definitely wouldn't be this far in life. I know that for a fact. My dad is a clown, man. He's one of the funniest dudes that I know, man. And I think I get my personality and my characteristic traits from my dad. He loves to see people laugh. My dad would get the clothes off his back as well if someone needed it. I remember we were growing up playing football, everybody wanted to play for my dad because my dad would make sure all of his players had what they needed, had equipment, had cool socks to wear, had shields, mouth guard, mouthpieces, hard bottom chin straps. You know, everybody didn't have the hard bottom chin straps. They had the soft bottom chin straps. So my dad, he'll go out and go to Webster's and get the kids, his players, some hard bottom chin straps, cleats, wristbands, gloves, whatever we needed. My dad would go out and he'll buy those things from his pocket money, nothing from the organization, just all out of love, man. My dad, he just has he has a big heart and he has a lot of love for kids, and he just loved to see kids do well in life, man. So my dad, man, my dad was a great person. I feel like I take after a lot of characteristic traits and a lot of ways from my mom. My mom is very loving, very caring, love to see others do well, gives good advice when advice is needed. She's good at that. So I think I take a lot of characteristics from my mom, but I do take a lot of characteristics from my father as well. Personality wise, I know my dad blessed me with those funny characteristics, traits, and athletic ability, things of that nature. So I take a lot from both of them. The saddest child experience that I had is really kind of tough for me to answer that one, man, because growing up, I kind of had everything that I needed, kind of had the things that I wanted. I was a blessed individual, a blessed child, to have those things. But if I really had to harp on it and really think about it, it would have to be losing my grandfather. My grandfather, I was really close with my grandfather, Terry King Sr., and losing him was probably one of the lowest points in my childhood. Seeing him at all of my football games on Saturday, going with him, he used to take me and my cousin Pookie to practice. We used to ride with him to practice every day. He'll pick us up from school, get us something to eat, make sure we're okay, and we'll go to practice with Granddad. That was our daily schedule for forever, man, growing up. So I would have to say losing my grandfather would have to be a low point in my childhood. And still to this day, every time I touch that field, I pump my chest and point to the sky, and I know that he's looking down on me. So losing my granddad was really tough for me as a child growing up. A day in the life of Macgarrett Kings would be waking up and just first of all, waking up and thanking the Lord for life, health, and strength. That's first off, and going to work. As of now, I go to work. I work with the kids over at Lauderdale Lakes Middle School. I go there with them for summer camp and try to be a good light to them and let them know that the streets isn't the way to go. And you know, if you play football, you can't play football without grades. So I try to make sure all of them go to class and do the right thing. After I do that, I just go work out, man. Hit the field and go to what I know, man. Football is all I know. So after that, I just go hit the field or go to Oswald Park, do dips and pull-ups, and continue to perfect my craft, man. That's all. Perfecting my craft and trying to be the best at this game that I can be. High school for me was a bit of a up, then it started down, and then it went back up. My 9th grade year, I attended Boyd Anderson. Didn't really have as much fun because sports wasn't going as well for me. I didn't play varsity my 9th grade year like I thought I would. Played JV, ended up doing well, moved up to varsity at the end of the year, but as for me, that wasn't the realistic goal. I wanted to play varsity and actually start on varsity my 9th grade year. Those were the expectations that I had for myself. But my 10th grade year, went to American Heritage School out in Plantation. Played there. They didn't give me the chance to play wide receiver where I wanted to play at. They made me play cornerback, which was fine with me because growing up I played running back and cornerback growing up. So it wasn't nothing transitioning over from offense to defense because I feel like I could play any position on the field. So when they did that, I had two interceptions my first game of the year. I was performing well. Then all of a sudden we played Jacksonville Bulls, and You know, Jacksonville Bulls is a pretty good school up there, up in Jacksonville, and they came down here and they put it on us, man. I mean, they blew us out. What was it, 38 to maybe 6 or 38 to maybe 7, and they put it on us. And then next week when we came to practice, Coach Walker was like, "Oh, we're changing the whole defense," and I was no longer the starting cornerback for the American Heritage Patriots. So after that happened, that kind of had me down in spirit and had me down and out. So I just continued to go to school and continued to do what I did academically, because I always know you can't have football without the academic part. So continued to go to school. I had my friends there, so they kept me up as well. But me and my friend Daniel Braverman and Gunnar Holcomb were talking, and we were like, man, we like what they're doing over at U School. We might have to go over there and take our talents to U School. So me and Daniel Braverman and Gunnar Holcomb, that summer we ended up transferring to university school over at Nova Southeastern. And when I did that and made that transition, man, I think that was one of the best moves I ever made in my life. With doing so, I met Coach Roger Harriet. When I met Coach Roger Harriet, he taught me how to become a man. He's like another father figure away from home, from my dad. He kept me on my P's and Q's. He made sure that I went to class. He made sure that I was on class on time. He made sure that my grades were up to par. And he always kept my mom in the loop of everything that was going on at the university school. And that was a great experience for me to go to university school. He gave me the opportunity to play wide receiver, what I wanted to play. I played defense as well. I played anything to help my team win. Whether it was center, whether it was left guard, D-line, or linebacker, or safety, I did whatever to help my team win. But Coach Roger Harriet, he gave me an opportunity to play wide receiver, and I thank him and I appreciate him for that. And also he opened up a lot of options for me. I never thought that I would be able to go to college and play big-time college football at Michigan State University. He opened up that door for me and told me that I can do it, and he believed in me. And then he taught me the forces of nature. What goes around comes around. If you don't live your life right and you don't do the right things, nothing good is going to happen for you. But if you do live your life right and you do the right things, God will open the door for you. So he taught me those characteristics, and he taught me those traits while I was at the university school. And every day, man, I thank the Lord that my mom let me transfer and go to university school, because I believe that really helped make a man out of me. College experience, man, the college life was fun, man. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of good people, made a lot of friends who I still talk to this day. The parties, the environment, the campus life, everything was fun, man. I think going to East Lansing and going to Michigan State was another great decision that I made in my life, and I wouldn't trade anything for it in the world. And college, man, you know, with the college life, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of temptation, and I kind of got through off of that a little bit. I had an incident where I had a DUI, just a lapse of judgment, man, on my behalf. I knew better. I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. I knew if I was drinking alcohol, I shouldn't be under the steering wheel of no car, not even a scooter. I shouldn't be anything motor vehicle or motorized. I shouldn't be dealing with it at that time. It was just a total lapse of judgment by me. And you know, to this day, I still think about it. It's still in the front of my head, man. I'll never forget that incident. I could have hurt myself. I could have hurt others. I just thank the Lord that those cops stopped me that night before I got any further. And to this day, I'm grateful for those policemen, man, stopping me that night and taking me in, because that was a total lapse of judgment, and I knew better, and I knew I shouldn't have been doing it. So, and I think it was another way of the Lord just sitting me down, because I was at a high point in my career at Michigan State. We just came off the Rose Bowl win. You know, you feel like when you're on campus, everybody know who you are, and you know, And I'm kind of glad that that incident happened to me, man, because if that incident didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't be having this thinking the way I'm thinking right now. So I'm glad that happened to me. For the people that think that I'm still that same guy or that same person, or those things of that nature, I'm here to tell you today that is not me. That is not Macgarrett Kings Jr. I was raised by the Bible. I know right from wrong. I know if you do something wrong, nothing's good is gonna happen for you. I believe in karma, and I'm just a good heart, kind-hearted person, man. We all have our lapse in judgments, man. We all make mistakes, man. But it's not about the fall; it's how you bounce back. And I feel like I bounce back harder than ever. I'm not in the NFL or anything. I haven't played football in a year, to be honest with you. But that's not what God had for me at that moment in that time. As of now, I'm being a light to everybody. I help people out. I give advice when needed. I'm actually around younger kids that look up to me. I try to set a good example for them, teach them right from wrong. I can't be teaching one thing and living another. So it keeps me ahead and actually making them more of a man out of me than I ever thought it would do. So that's for the people that's wondering who Macgarrett Kings is, man. Macgarrett Kings is a playmaker. He's still that same playmaker from Michigan State. Good, kind-hearted person, and just wants the best out of life, man. As for the fans when that incident went down, I had some fans that were there for me. A lot of fans that were there for me. I had some people that told me I was stupid. That was a dumb move by me. They were correct. As for me, I never really cared what others had to say about me. I always believed that, firm believer in that. But the people, I got some negative feedback. That's the media for you. They love you when you up and hate you when you down. So I actually saw a video on YouTube with a guy actually kind of bashing my name a little bit, but I didn't let that get me down, man. I just continued to get myself together as a person and get myself together spiritually and morally, and knowing that's not in my morals to go out and do things of that nature. So I just wanted to show the people that's not me. So whatever the fans had to say, it actually made me a better person. Because I don't want people looking at me as if, oh yeah, Macgarrett Kings, he's a screw up. Every time he gets a little bit of power, he abuses his power or things of that nature. So for all the fans that bashed my name or had negative things to say about me in those incidents, I thank them for it, actually, because it made me stronger, made me a better man and a better football player. So the way that I move now, since that situation and since that happened to me, I move very light. I'm very precautious. I just take everything into consideration, man. I don't take anything for granted. I don't take life for granted. Just like football is taken away from me like that, life can be taken away from me like that as well, just by one dumb decision. So I take that very seriously, man. The people that I hang around now, man, I'm not saying that I'm just this goody tushy guy, that I'm just gonna hang around all godly people and things of that nature. But I hang around my brother. My brother is my real true friend, man. I could talk to my brother about anything. So I really just mainly hang around my brother. The guys that I used to hang around with at school, I still hang around with them. We work out with each other. Just recently came out from California with Benny Fowler, Aaron Burbridge, Capri Bibbs, AJ Troop. So the guys, my circle is the same. It's just me being smart and me knowing that, knowing what God has for me, man. That's all. If you know what you want in life and you know what you want out of life, man, you won't put yourself in bad predicaments. And I don't put myself in bad predicaments anymore. I learned my lesson. I've been there, done that. I got all my life to go back and do those things, man. But as of now, I'm just focused and doing God's work right now. For the next child that's growing up, the next Macgarrett Kings that's growing up, man, I'll tell them, you could be whatever you want to be. You could be a doctor. You could be a lawyer. You could be a football player. You could be a cheerleading coach if you want to, if that's what you really want. As long as you persevere and you right within yourself and your forces of nature is correct, I feel like you could do whatever God has for you, man. There's no ceiling what you could be out here in Israel. As of now, I take training very seriously. I haven't trained this much since Michigan State when we had camp. I hit the field every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't work on perfecting my craft. Whether I link up with some guys or I go out there by myself, I feel like I gotta get it in, because I feel like if I don't go out there and get it in, I feel like somebody else getting ahead of me. I don't ever want to have that feeling. So if I could lay my head down on my pillow at night and knowing that I done did everything that I could for that day and I conquered that day that God blessed me with, I feel like it was a successful day. But if I don't feel that way when my head hit that pillow, I gotta get up, I gotta do 100 push-ups, or I gotta get up, I gotta do 200 push-ups. I just gotta feel that success within myself. And I know if I feel that success within myself, everything else will work itself out. Something that people wouldn't guess about me is, that's a pretty tough one, because when I walk around, people be like, well, what you play? You play football? Something like that. So that would be a pretty tough one. Some people probably wouldn't know that I had long hair a long time ago. I'll probably have to show them a picture. Back when I was in high school, I had long braids. Sometimes the people don't believe me, but I have to take it back, show them a picture. Like, yeah, man, my hair used to be down my back, man, long hair. So that's probably it right there.
Well, my son Macgarrett Kings, he started playing football when he was about the age of 3. He wasn't old enough to play football, so I kind of talked the commissioner at Lauderhill Park into letting him play football. And when he started playing football, he scored like 4 touchdowns on his first game. He started with flag football at Lauderhill Lions.
The fast music 954. Let's run it.
DJ Twin, Shot-Town youngest in charge. Fast shot my Zopal niggas. My 954 niggas, what up?
Look, everybody left and I'm thugging by myself. Nigga ain't even help me when I asked that boy for help. I got to know myself for being stuck off in the cell. I love to tote the 38 because I catch the shells. Pocket monster, I ain't gotta tuck it by my belt. You know I keep that heat on me hotter than hell. So much ice on me, I might fuck around and melt. With that poker, I'll be racking up more bullets than a shell. My little nigga working for me, call it for an L. Gotta play for keys, everybody for themselves. Nigga, when you do it, better do it like the best. They love it how I do it, I ain't nothing like the rest. Little nigga, when you say it, better say it with your chest. And when I come, you know I'm coming for a force and a fed. Free the jack, and look cool, I know that they gon' ride. The most I have is 2 niggas with me when I slide. So what that mean? 3 niggas round with that line. 3 niggas, and we all toting 4-5. Kick down your door, and I don't wanna hear your baby cry. Jumped off the porch, mama, I am not a baby now. I was just a baby, little nigga been 5. I wanted a baby kid, I ain't want a baby now. They left me on my lonely, ain't nobody hold me down. Leave me on my lonely, I'm a soldier, I be fine. Ain't never get a text, now they blowing up my line. I've been put before the edge, they wanna have me crucified. In the gut, at the bubble, I'm a hustler, I'm a grind. In the gut.
Everybody knows that when it comes to Macgarrett, they know that I classify him as being, that's my baby. I've never had a moment's trouble or pain or heartache or anything with him. He's just been a fabulous kid, just a terrific kid. Just when you hear people say your children did you proud, or when they say the name you feel so proud, that's the type of feeling I have when it comes to Macgarrett. He's my baby. Well, I gotta keep it 100. Anybody that knows me, when he was a juvenile coming up, you know, I was a little rough. But at the same time, you know, I made sure he stayed on point or whatever. And then I learned as he progressed that I had to change with the times. I couldn't be as rough as I was, because, you know, like I say, that's my baby. So when it comes to my baby, you know, I get a little scratchy. And then when we graduated from Little League, I told him when he went from Little League and he got in 9th grade, I say, no more Little League. You have enough talent and your grades are good, so you need to go to high school. And that's when everything just took off from there. And then he started playing high school ball, and we just been moving ever since. Well, to be honest, I tried to talk him out of it. I didn't want him to go far away from home. because he's my youngest and he's never been away from home. So I tried to talk him out of it. I'm going to be honest. I was like, boy, you sure you want to go away to Michigan State? Because that's a long ways and you don't even have a cousin there. But he stuck to it. He said, Mama, I made my decision and I'm going to Michigan State. And Coach Mark D'Antonio, he kept every word that he told me. He said, I'm going to take care of your baby. And that's what he did. And it was a wise, it's the best move he made because it wasn't my choice. If it was my choice, I would have sent him to the Gators or Miami, somewhere close by home, because as I say, he's my youngest. So I always want to keep him home close by in case if he got strep throat or got sick or something. But he stuck to it. He said, Mama, this you can't talk me out of. He said, I'm going to Michigan State. And that's where he went. Well, I tell you, one of the funniest, I'm not going to say it was funny, but he has a dirt bike. He has a motorcycle. And I was wondering, he came home and he was very quiet. And he wasn't talking. And he'll go straight in the room. So I say, you okay? Yes. I say, you sure? Yes. So I kept watching him. He wasn't eating no dinner. He was just quiet. So what had happened, I used to always tell him, be careful when you ride that motorcycle that you don't burn your leg. And he had burned his leg on his dirt bike. And he didn't want to tell me. And so happened, my mom went by his room and saw the leg hanging off the bed. And she saw the bad burn on his leg.
And I had a scratch on my knee.
Yep, and he was hurt. But he didn't want to tell me because he knew I was going to fuss. And I tell you to be careful. And when I went in the room, after my mom came and got me, she said, Macgarrett got a bad burn on his leg. She said, you better go in the room and see it. But he was hiding it from me. And I went in the room and I said, let me see your leg. And it was burnt bad. It was starting to get infected. And of course I fussed. And then the next morning, as soon as the doctor's office closed, because the doctor's office was closed at the time, I made an appointment, and good thing I took him in because the burn was starting to get infected. But that's one of the, I wouldn't say funny, but that's one of the moments I remember about my son, that when he burned his leg on his motorcycle and he didn't want to tell.
I kept the dirt bike at my grandmother's house over in Royal Palm. I kept my dirt bike over there because there wasn't really no place for me to keep it inside my house, and the gas would smell loud when I kept it inside my house. So I went over, my dad took me over there. I used to go over there and play with my cousin every weekend, every Saturday. That was our hangout spot where we had fun at. So I went over there. My dad said, I'm going down the street. Don't take that dirt bike out the house. I'm going down the street. I'll be back. So, me being me, me and my dad, we kind of have a good relationship, kind of like the two brothers relationship.
We have an awesome relationship.
Yeah, we got an awesome relationship. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to take it out. I'm going to ride around the corner for a little bit, have a little fun a little bit. By the time he get back, I'll be on it, but he will be all right. He will be scared. He'll let me ride it. So, man, my daddy went around the corner. I was pulling my cousin because, I just wanted to make sure everybody had fun. So I was pulling my cousin. And when I was pulling my cousin, I hit a turn real hard. Right around the corner from my grandma's house. I hit a turn real hard. When I hit that turn, we both fell. And when I fell, my leg sat on the pipe and my knee scraped the ground. Because I was still on it like that. When we fell, I ain't throw it. I just stayed on it. And then I ain't noticed it until I got back to my grandma's house, and my grandma was sitting on the porch. And she said, boy, let me see your leg. I didn't even know I had got burnt at the time because I didn't feel it, because everything happened so quick. I was just trying to get back home. I knew I had messed my knee up because I saw that, but I didn't know I had burnt my leg up. So when we got back, my grandmother was telling me, you burnt your leg. And then she poured some alcohol on there to try to clean it. And then she was like, when you go home, you need to clean that leg now. And then that was how that happened. So I wasn't really supposed to ride my dirt bike, but I ended up taking it out. And that's what I mean by keeping your forces in nature. I wasn't supposed to ride my dirt bike. My dad told me not to ride my dirt bike, and I went ahead and did it anyway. So that kind of made my forces bad, and that was God's way of telling me, you should have listened to your dad. So
that night before, I always tell my son, I say, you heavily on my mind. And one thing about it I could say is, first off, I trust God. I'm a pray. You know, anybody that know me, they'll say, you know, Macgarrett mama always happy or whatever, but my first thing is I'm going to pray. So that night before when it happened, I remember calling my son. I say, Macgarrett, you in? Yes, Mom. I said, Macgarrett, I say, I'm got a bad feeling. I say, I got a bad gut feeling. I say, something ain't right. Oh, Mama, everything all right. Mama, I'm good. Mama, don't worry. I say, Macgarrett, I say, I need you to listen to me. I say, something is not right. I say, I'm watching, I'm listening, and I say, something is not right. I say, a mother knows. He tried to fast talk me, get me off the phone. So I never forget, I was pulling into the church parking lot. I got up, I went to church that morning. And when I saw Coach D phone number come across my phone, my heart started to beat real fast. And I was so nervous. I let the phone ring about 4 times because I knew at 8:45 from the head coach at Michigan State, I knew that wasn't a good call. So I got myself together and finally I answered the phone and I said, hello? And Coach D said, Sherry? I said, yes, sir. He said, this is Mark D'Antonio from Michigan State. I said, yes, sir. I said, I know who you are. I said, I got your number programmed, your name programmed in my phone. He said, I hate to be the one to call. He said, but I'm calling with bad news. And my first question to Coach D was, is my son deceased? He said, no, it's nothing like that. He said, but he got himself in a bit of a trouble. So I got myself together. I told him to hold on. And I got myself together. I had to pull myself together. And I'd say, Lord, just don't let it be nothing too bad. So I put my phone back to my ear and I said, yes, sir. I say, what happened? Because I had to get myself together first. He said Macgarrett was coming from a club. He was in one of his ex-team members' vehicle. And he got stopped for DUI. Instantly. My next question to Coach D was, did he hurt himself or anybody else? He said, no, ma'am. He said, he's fine. He said, he didn't hurt anybody. I said, okay, good. And I said, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What do I need to do? He said, well, Miss Kings, he said, he told me where he was at. He told me the information. I said, well, I said, I'm at church. I said, but Coach D, I will be on the next thing smoking out of Fort Lauderdale. And I went into church. I told him, I didn't give him any details. I said, my son is in trouble. I have to go. The church prayed over me. They prayed for safe travels. And they said, hopefully when you get there, it's nothing bad. I said, it's bad, but it's not too bad. I said, but thank God, it could have been worse. So I called his dad. After I got off the phone with Coach D, I called his dad. His dad say, what time we leaving? I said, let me go into church. Let me get some prayer. And then I'm going to make the reservations. I said, if we don't get the 2 o'clock flight, we're going to get the 5:45 flight. Because I knew the flights pretty much by heart because I had been doing it for 2 years. And he said, well, okay, we're going to get our grip and we out of here. And I left out of the church. I got on the internet because I always travel with information concerning Macgarrett because my baby was so far away from home. I never knew what was going to happen. So I got on there. I booked us a ticket. We caught the 5:45 flight. And I came home. I always keep my bag partially packed because he's far away from home. So I didn't have to build my bag from ground up. I just had to refresh it. Told my mama. I said, Ma, I gotta go. She said, what happened? I explained. I said, we got trouble. By the time Macgarrett woke up, me and his dad hadn't touched down in Detroit, Michigan. Because we were flying to Detroit, get the rental, and drive over to East Lansing. East Lansing's about an hour 15. And then he started trying to call. But somehow the call could not be connected. So when he called his grandmother said, sit tight. Your mom and dad say they like an hour away from you, hour and 30 minutes. Just sit tight. We coming. They coming. So we got off. We jumped off Delta. Went to the rental car. Plugged the address in. Coach D was conversing backwards and forwards with me. Sherry, how far are you guys? You know, whatever, however. We got it. We found him. We made it there. Me and his dad. By the time we drove over there, I'm going to say we got the rental car. It was maybe about 9:45, 10 o'clock. Within that time, within 20 minutes time, we had his foot on the ground. And we stayed for a whole week after everything happened. We stayed for an entire week. I pulled him out of the apartment, me and his dad. It was a joint collaborative decision. We packed up everything. We put everything in storage. Put him back in the dorm. And when he had them 3 a.m. practices, because that was a part of his punishment, I got up in the cold and took him. And I sat in the car with the heater running. Sometime he had to be there 3:30, sometime 2:45, because that was his punishment. He couldn't work out with the other team. So either me and his dad would go, but the majority of the time I went, because I sat in the car with the heater running, because I'm a Floridian. So when I'm cold, I'm cold. But I sat right there and I waited for my baby to practice, did what he had to do, whatever punishment, up and downs or lift or whatever. I waited for him. And then once we got him back in the dorm, we still stayed, like I said, an entire week. Got him situated, got him acclimated. Then me and his dad came back home. And then that was it. And we went from there. But one thing I will say about Mark D'Antonio, he kept his word. He said, don't worry, Sherry, I'm going to take care of your baby. And Mark D'Antonio did just what he said. And his surrogate mom, Sally, they took care of my baby just like they promised me that they would. Sally, the athletic trainer. She was his mom away from home. Anytime something happened with him, she would call me on speed dial. Hey, Miss Kings, I'm calling to let you know Macgarrett pulled his hamstring. I'm working on it. Or we working on it. We got him in therapy or whatever. They took care of my son at Michigan State. And that's one thing I would tell anybody. Michigan State took care of my son.
He gonna do what he got to do.
Yep.
That used to be a little thing for me, man. Football, all right, you better go to tutor and you ain't gonna be at, all right, coach. I'll go to tutor. For the past 2 drafts, honestly, my honest opinion, I felt like I was the best wide receiver coming out in my class, to be honest with you. My phone didn't ring. I didn't get a phone call. I was waiting on my agent to call me. They told me hold my head up. Everybody was telling me hold my head up. But I have a strong background. I have a strong support system, so I was gonna do that regardless. But for the past draft class of my class, I know I can speak of. I felt as if I was the best wide receiver coming out, and I still feel like I'm the best wide receiver for the past 2 draft classes. To be honest with you, that's just how much faith that I have in myself. But not getting drafted taught me a lot. It taught me how to keep persevering. It taught me how not to give up, and it taught me how to always believe in myself and never give up on my dreams. As of this last draft class that passed, I had a couple of friends that went in this draft class, some guys who I give advice to this day, guys who I work out with. I was just telling them leading up to the draft class, stay focused, man. Don't put yourself in bad situations, or don't put yourself around people that don't have the same thing to lose as you. Cause I'm all about wanting to see people do good and be successful for their families, man. Cause I feel like we all have a chance to help our families out with that football, because that football changes lives, man. So I just try to talk to them and keep them focused and keep them afloat. So that's how I felt about the past 2 draft classes.
Well, me as a parent, watching 2 draft classes go by, as a loyal, dedicated, and supportive mother, it was gut-wrenching for me, knowing that my son has the talent to be playing on someone's NFL team. And when I would watch him walk in not look at the draft, or to be honest, we didn't even look at football a lot last year because I just feel as if he deserves a chance, even if it's a tryout. But I just feel as if someone takes a chance on him, they won't regret it. He will win games for them. And I'm not just saying it because he's my child. I'm saying it because I recognize raw talent and I know talent. And I've been doing this football thing for a very long time. And my son didn't play 4 years at a Big Ten school on TV every Saturday to not to even be afforded an opportunity on someone's NFL team. I just feel if they give him a chance, they won't be sorry. My baby, this the diamond in the rough that y'all looking for NFL right here.
I can get back here. Everybody with me on the same thing. I don't game bang, but I bang bang. I pulled to the club, I got some 8 chains. Took that bill Wednesday, she wanna be my man. Brown liquor made my dog insane. Booted up with geek, it's the same thing. Bitch kill a man, it's the same name. Murdered by the stains with shady claims. The bitch padded face cost 10 chains. Took the bitch out to eat on the private plane. Real talk 150 when it's plain Jane. Fuck the black behind the dumpster for some cocaine. See my nigga cool, he in the chain gang. Chris Johnson, so fool got a chocolate 28. I told my nigga be cool, he put a potato on the barrel. I kicked her dumbass out my crib, say she want Chanel. I bought that bill late cause she ain't got no hair. I sent that poor
I ain't hit the field all that week. I hit the field yesterday. Came on here. Remember, man. Got my dog Elijah Moore out here. Got my dog Bam Bam. I already know. We getting that work, man. It where it all started at, right here. Started right here, 10th grade. Coach Sly, premier athlete. Everybody out here D1 talent. Everybody out here go be in the league. He gonna be in the league in about 3-4 years. You know, we just come out here, positive vibes, good vibes. We have fun. We teach each other. We learn new stuff. So that's all we do, man. Just come out here and get better. One day better. Like Coach Sly would say, you about to go meet Coach Sly though. Yeah, boy. Coach Sly.
Get up.
Coach Sly, you already know.
How you guys
tell
doing
the people,
better?
Premier athletes, tell the people what's up.
Right here, this Macgarrett Kings, you've been with me since about 9th grade. We went to, where we at? University school.
U school.
Yeah, for a while. Then you went to Michigan State, and now you're gonna go to the next level.
Next level. Work in progress. We grinding every day.
One day better.
One day better. I told you that's all we're gonna do. One day better.
All right, appreciate it.
Back.
All day.
Dre. Got my dog Dre, you feel me?
Networking out here, man.
That's all we do is work, man. Everybody out here want it, man. If you don't want it, you ain't gonna be out here, man.
Grind, bro. You gotta trust your process. That's all it is.
All it is, man. It's a process. It's a process, man. It's how bad you want it. You could be out for a year. You can be out for some months. When we get back, how you gonna get back? You ain't about to fall. About to get up. Got my little waters out here. Tell the people who he is, soldier. 5-star receiver, man. Class of what? 5-star receiver, class 2021. Number 1 receiver in this class right here. We get them early, man. We breed them early. That's what we do, man. Came Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes program, man. Y'all know how we do. Brown County, man. All that, man. Everybody out here got it. From the Lord, dude. We ain't get it by ourselves, man. We got it from the Lord. Everybody out here got it.
Hey, my bad.
It's hot out here, too.
Watch out, back up.
D. That's good, D.
I know you do.
Come on.
Island. That works, man. Just how we exchange numbers, man. We link up during the week. This ain't no week, just no weekend thing, man. It's Premier Athlete, really a brotherhood out here. We do what we gotta do to get each other better, elevate each other to the next level. You feel me? How we do, man. One day better. This time we're gonna Garrett, remember? Bro, we finna get work. I need to eat. I'm telling you. One of my boys. Going to the high. Hope Granny cook. Some collard greens, something. I gotta eat good. She gotta keep that weight on her grandbaby, man. Finna eat good. The sun ain't playing though.
I was just looking for you.
Hot, boy. I showed Miss Michigan. But when it get hot up there, it's hot up there too, so it really ain't no difference. Alright, so just, alright, brother. We gonna get work this week now. Alright. Yeah, it's a good Sunday, man. All's well, it ends well. But it don't stop. It do not stop, man. Gas, no brick. I need one of these. D12. I need one of these. Like so girl. Maybach music.
But I'm a pump 89 for the gas. Summertime niggas on the ground with the slab. Overtime nigga finna ride till you crash. Baby, I ain't tryna make you laugh, but call me butthead, got my mind on your ass. This ain't a disguise, this a mask. This ain't a Nissan, this a Jag. No surprise, boy, you know I'm gon' spaz. All that money getting, boy, you know they gon' ask. I ain't finna play, put the 40 on your ass. And the Audi thing, 240 on the dash. Your girlfriend know we got bad. Got it in the hotel, shorty getting smashed. It's just me and my niggas having a blast, living fast, buying the things we never had. We just love stunting, we ain't never like to brag. All us steady, we ain't never had a dad. I did a lot of dirt in my past. Later on, the still can't hit me in the ass. Layla Ali hit the beat with a child. Layla I been doing shows back to back. Free chat, boy, free cool. I'm going hard, I ain't going back to school. Bought the building youngin' on the corner with the tool. Swimming in the money, what you doing in the pool? Took a flight, then I landed on the news. Playing with the bands, I ain't playing by the rules. Please stop playing, girl, you know how we do. Menage, why by the bang, by the boo.
We should be running up and down this bit all day. All day long we'll be running up and down this ramp. Concession stand. Get everything. Run up and down this ramp all day. My mama said, Macgarrett, you better be over there running up and down that ramp. Push your teeth out your mouth. Got plenty of scars, man, for this ramp right here. Pat. Everything pat, man. Top. Come up here, look. Beautiful field, man. Beautiful sight, man. It's a blessing growing up playing football here, man. Everybody. League Stadium. I used to be up there with my dad in the press box. My dad would be announcing the games and stuff up here. Press box light. Good old days, got the elevator in there. Used to be playing up and down on the elevator. All that, man. And put speakers up here. Nah, man, before we used to have the speakers right here. We have a speaker right here. Everybody would be live, man. Be packed to the top, man. Used to be over there in the little hockey thing playing. Over there. Play football in there. We used to call it murder ball. Murder ball was when you get touched, gotta throw it back. Usually we play tackle with it, no football pass, no nothing. But that gave us mental toughness, physical toughness, man. And you can't be a man if you play that game. If you trying to be a man, you gotta be that's a man's game, murder ball right there. Ain't no crime, man. Get hit, get back up, throw it back. And we used to call it Fumbarooski too. It used to be fun, man. Fun. We used to have our flags, a lot of hill flags up nobody coming out with a W. We used to try to wreck your whole park. And from Pee-wee's Friday night to Saturday night. Sometimes, man, we didn't leave from out here till like 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. We'll be out here all night with this football thing, man. Out here, out of here. My dad, we used to have our tent right down there by the goalpost. Used to be right there in the corner where we come out at. Every time we came out, I see my grandma, my grandpa, my cousins, my auntie. Before me and my cousin came out, they'd be right there waiting for us. So it was fun, man. That was our home end zone down there. But I used to love scoring touchdowns in that end zone though, because my people was right there. So I know when we was going this way, I'd make sure I had to score. It was a good experience, man. I had fun playing out here, man. Made a man out of me. This is where I really knew I wanted to play football for the rest of my life. Right out here. So, made a lot of cool friends and guys who I still talk to this day. Might not talk to them, but I follow them on Instagram, social media. Guys like Marcus Roberson, Sean Corker. Shout out to those guys, man. Bruce Natson, aka Lil Jojo. Who else I played out here? Michael Brown, his real name. Wayne Lyons, Darian Chance. Who else played out here, man? We had a lot of great athletes, man. Ryan Hall. Shout out Ryan, man. Ryan played right here a lot of here. Maurice Hall played right here a lot of here, man. We got a lot of great athletes, man. A lot of great talent that came and ran up and down these stairs and ran up and down these bleachers, man, and ran up and down that ramp I was telling y'all about. A lot of great athletes that came through this program, man. And a lot of us played on this field, man, right here. It wasn't turf at first; it was grass. But before it was grass. It was muddy when it rained. We ain't had a luxury these kids got now. Turf. Everywhere you go, it's a turf field now. Even out at Tamarack and Plantation, Wildcats, all those guys, man. Those guys got turf fields out there now, so they pretty lucky to have this, man. But we paid the way though for those little kids, man. That's why one day I want us to come back and give back to the community, man. I want all us to get together and link up and do something for the park, man. Because what we. If it wasn't for this part, man, a lot of us wouldn't be who we are today, man. Myself, Marcus, a lot of us, man, we got money right out here. This is where it all started, man. Right here. Low sign with handicap sign. This way right here. We used to run down this way. Run down, hit this corner. Playground over here. Session stand. Right here is where we used to weigh in at. We used to be chilling in this little door right here. We used to be chilling in there before the game. You had the game, whoever was up next, they got the luxury of chilling in the AC. You had that next game, you know you was gonna be in there chilling in that AC, man. Right here is where the away team used to be in this one. And this was the elevator I was telling y'all about. We used to play on all the time. Me and my cousin Hot Rod, we used to play on this elevator all the time, man, to get up to the press box where my dad and other coaches, where they used to hang out and chill, max and relax. This right here, this is where we weighed in at. This door would be open right here. They had that door open. We'll line up right here. Everybody bump, number order. Everybody know it's number order, man. Say your first name, your last name. Thank you, sir. If you don't make weight, man, yeah, we feel sorry for you, but you know we still weigh in at, yeah.
That's when we came out. You made weight, we come out, that other team would be standing right over there on that side. That team be standing over there. Once we come out, we, let's go, man. We looking over at them talking trash already before the game even get started, man. So, like I say, man, I remember like it was yesterday, man. I remember everything like it was yesterday. We used to play murder ball all over here in this little field too. Everywhere you go, you see us playing murder ball. We used to play all over here. Yep. And right here, this pitch usually be closed. Look over the game, look at the fence right here. I remember plenty of days, man. I remember I can recall one play. I was on Pee Wee. He was about right here, about on the 30-yard line to be exact. Right where I'm standing. My coach, Coach Dredd, Coach Art, shout out to Coach Art. Our plays was funny when I was younger, man. Our plays had our names in them. It wasn't like it is now today, right out or things of that nature. It was just split back, Macgarrett off tackle left. That's what our play was called. That's what the plays were called. So, man, I remember like it was yesterday, man. People was calling me. They was like, Macgarrett. I'm looking all back. I'm waving at them, and I'm getting the ball this play. So, Coach Dredd called Macgarrett off tackle left, man. I got that ball. I made a move. I made another move. Got right up and down that sideline. My mom actually ran with me from the end of that bleacher all the way down to the touchdown. My mom, she ran with me. That's why I say, man, got a very supportive family, man. My mom was here. My mom never missed a game, man. And I ran up and down that sideline about 2 or 3 times that night, too, to be exact. It was Pee Wee A against the Pee Wee B team. I was on the Pee Wee B team. The Pee Wee B team had the kids that were, you know, a little bit probably they thought that were less talented or kids that came from other parks too late and they didn't have enough room on the A team. We all got on the B team and we said, you know what, we're gonna make this thing special. Might sound crazy because we were so young, man, but our coaches were so on us. Shout out to Coach Rod as well, man, and the naysayers as well. Shout out to those guys, man. They was on us hard, so we thought we were the A team, you know what I mean? Coming out here playing football. I mean, we put our pants on one leg at a time like y'all. That's how we were thinking, and we were undefeated that year, man. Went to the Super Bowl. Ended up losing to Miami Lakes, but that was a real successful season for us, man. And I remember that season like it was yesterday as well. But like I said, man, this park, man, without this park, I don't think I'd be who I am today, to be honest with y'all. Got my first touchdown out here. Tackle touchdown at least. Like I say, man, all this used to be covered with tents, man. All the way around, man. Even the bleachers, all this used to be covered with tents. Yeah. You wasn't out here early to get your tent set up and get your family, everything set up. You probably was out of a spot, man. If you was an hour late or 30 minutes late, you might not. People are out here setting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, man. So, like I say, this thing was real back in the day, man. I don't really know how it is now, but I know back in the day, man, we used to be out here at about 6:30 in the morning. We'll be out here till 1 o'clock in the next morning. So, like I say, man, a lot of great memories, man. A lot of great memories out here at this park, man. I still cherish them to this day. Still cherish them to this day, man. I remember almost every touchdown I had out here. I remember almost every touchdown. From this end zone to that end zone. Caught my first interception about right here. We're playing against Pompano Cowboys. Second round of the playoffs.
I caught my first interception right here. But right here, I caught my first interception, man. Right here. Pee-wee B. A lot of good things. A lot of good memorable moments, man. Just give me chills just thinking about it, man. Make me feel like I'm a kid all over again, man. Just give me chills thinking about it. Like I say, man, a lot more great memories to come. A lot more memories that's getting ready to be cherished. So they ain't gonna end here at the City of Lauderhill Sports Complex. We're gonna have some more memories.
My mother used to say, birds of a feather flock together. If you run around with losers, you will end up a loser. It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream.
Win, my nigga, just win. It's a dirty world, but that bitch still spin. And we don't trust